the end of the day. You gotta feel good at the end of the day. It's all that matters. Oh, I pray just to feel good at the end of the day.
Hello, fellow dorks, and welcome back to Alone in the Dork. Here we are. We are in episode... Oh my god, I've lost count. 4? I feel like we're on 3, but we may be on 4. It's taken us a little while to get through the tutorial, but we've did it. We've did it. Oh my gosh, we've done it. I've done it. Barely. And I cheated a little bit on the way. But nonetheless, we made it through the tutorial, and we are on our way to exploring the city. And did I write my 3 paragraphs? No. But I have an idea, and it's going to teach us one of the systems of this game, because if you remember, for me to get that heart essence, I need to write 3 paragraphs or sentences or something about my character's background. But again, I don't know my background. So instead of writing out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize the power of Alex T's tables. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to stick with the card system. I tried to blow it up a little bit, and I'll see how that works. But I don't foresee getting in a fight this episode. Famous last words of an idiot. So I'm going to have a little bit of reading this scenario as we just kind of learn a little bit about the city. This can be picked up and played as a campaign. This can be run by a game master for players using this system. And there are other books as well. There is a book that I do have. I think it's the Arnimist Forest. So there are campaign books dedicated to the creatures and the places you'll find in these forests. But let's just try to solo this bad boy. And let's just kind of figure out, let's explore Helos, or Helos. I don't even know how to say it. I always think of Helo from Battlestar Galactica. Man, that show was good. So we were in that tower. If you do remember, we arrived at the council tower, and that's where Fernalion Thren, or whatever his name was just hey, here's an anchor. I'm not going to help you. Bye. Nothing is really known about the origins of now I'm confusing myself how to say it. Helos? I don't know. I'm going to go with Helos because it sounds like Helios, like the god. The earliest records available speak of the place as having always existed, with many cultures and countries claiming to be the city's founders. Okay, I know I'm sidetracking a lot. This also reminds me of Attack on Titan, where we're in this we're not really in a walled city. Is it a walled city? Oh, we are. We're in a walled city. So again, just outside the outskirts, it's a little dangerous out there. So we do have this walled city we're in. Okay, just read the freaking thing, Avery. Settle down. I don't even know where I was. Nothing is really known about the origin of Helos. The earliest records available speak of the place as always having existed, with many cultures and countries claiming to be the city's founders. While most of the buildings have been destroyed and rebuilt at some point in time, the walls and the tower at the city's center have remained a constant, both constructions built with a type of stone that is seemingly indestructible. The city is now the de facto capital of the region, and the only true haven in Cathor. This makes it a bursting metropolis of hundreds of thousands, with all of the peninsula's trade passing through it, partially thanks to the Thowin River that flows through the city. Helos is divided into 4 distinct districts, each radiating outward from the central tower like the spokes of a wheel. So here we are here. Yeah, there is the craftsman's quarter. We have a merchant's quarters. We have the squalor, which is kind of like the slums, for lack of a better word. And then we have the stranger's quarter, and that's just kind of where the strangers go. They're all right, I guess let's drift over here because Therwinian Thren, or whatever his name is, told us to. And you can see right here, there is the Adventurers Guild, and that's where we go and get quests. So I'm pretty beat up. I feel like I need to sleep. So that guy did tell us, why don't you just go head over to the Strangers District? So let's read about the Strangers District. This is a place for those who don't quite fit in elsewhere, as is the case with all strangers. Despite having lost all memories of their past, and again, see, it says I've lost all memories of my past. It keeps saying that, so how do I write 3 paragraphs, Richard? We are unshackled from the chains of Richard. Finally, we can get into Alex T's masterpiece. Richard, I'm a big fan, and I have been chatting a bit with Richard, and he has some stuff in the works that I'll talk about when it's a bit more ready to be talked about. So anyway, Richard's awesome. Despite having lost all memories of their past, including their culture and background, the district is still diverse and filled with people from all walks of life. Despite that uncertainty and confusion that comes with losing one's memories, the district is still a bustling hub of activity, filled with laughter and hope. A few lucky new strangers are assigned a modest house upon arrival. I don't think anyone gave me a house, did they? I don't think anyone gave me a house. Despite their lost pasts, the strangers form a vibrant, if transient, community. Small shops and stalls cater to their needs, selling tools, travel gear, and odd trinkets that might spark a flicker of recognition in a blank mind. Okay, at the district's center stands the quest board offices, Car Helos' answers to an adventure guild. This is a place of bustling activity, be it day or night, and it's the best spot for strangers to find jobs. The district is not without dangers. Some strangers, people are strange, desperate to reclaim their identities, turn to dubious means, consulting shadowy seers, digging through forbidden archives, or making pacts with entities best left unnamed. Others simply vanish, their empty homes reclaimed by the city for the next lost soul. That's me. So we kind of leave this tower. Here's a really great picture of it. We're just kind of heading out this tower, walking down these streets. And we're just kind of looking around, and you can see there's factions, and our character doesn't know much about them, but basically there's the Order of Nine. There are these people who think they should rule the city, they're the Order of Nine, with that one ding-dong who just gave us the anchor thing. He kind of sits on it, but he doesn't really cast a vote or something. And then there's other factions that they think the strangers should rule the city, and the other ones think that no, they shouldn't. They're the ones who brought all this craziness to begin with. And then there's another one that's the Bulwark, and they're the really, really super duper strong strangers. Okay, organizations, there's tower wardens, and then there's the quest board. So I'm going to just start making my way through this area, and I'm sure people will be going hey, bub, you lost. I don't know why they talk like this, but that's what they talk like. Oh, you lost there? Oh, look what we got here, bub. We got us a new stranger. And so let's see who I encounter and who's trying to kind of give me directions. Yeah, maybe I'm just that Carillion Thrin guy. He told me that I was to find a message board or something, but I really could use a place to sleep because I kind of got the crap beat out of me in this labyrinth. So let's just see who I encounter here, just for fun, just to get some flair. 83. Oh, officials or elites. Okay, I don't mind that. Or maybe I do. So let's see here. How does the encounter begin? An NPC is fleeing, chasing someone. So someone's running past me. Again, I get this surge of excitement, and so my adrenaline starts pumping. So I do immediately have access to my Aether abilities, my combat abilities. So what would be a good one? I have backstab. That sounds mean. I'm just gonna do weapon strike. I would just do weapon strike, and I'm just gonna thonk him in the head. So I'm not killing him, but just my survival stranger instincts kick in. Then all of a sudden these officials run, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, sir, thank you. I don't know why we all talk like we're in a Charles Dickens play, but here we are. Well, it's Christmas Day. The one as big as me. I've done that play so many times. So I just knocked this dude out. And let's see what the background is, because it doesn't mean that I necessarily stopped a bad thing from happening. That could have been a righteous person running away from beeholes. So let's see what the background is here. A 3. Festival or parade? I was going to say maybe it's a pickpocket, but so, okay, well, you see, if I would have rolled a 6 to a 10, that would have been a theft. So it wasn't a theft. I rolled festival or parade. So it was probably a group of troubadours or little actors, little Ren Fair actors, acting out. They were doing Cathor Carol, and they were just acting out a scene from it, and I thought it was real, and I bonked one of the actors in the head. And then I have no healing abilities either. Let's see what I can do here. So let's see how much trouble I get into this. I mean, it's going to be very obvious by how I'm changing colors and stuff like that I am obviously this idiot stranger who just showed up. But again, people don't typically like this, I wouldn't think. And I guess my scene is kind of I'm kind of already starting my scene, but it's basically just every scene has a setting, which is basically I am in this district. But my scene is I'm kind of subconsciously making a scene, which is what happens the first time that I am in the stranger's district. And you would roll to see if there's a twist, and that's just really kind of bad surprises that happen, complications, little surprise events. Let's just see, do they forgive me? So I do have this really simple oracle table. I do have a little bit of manipulation. This should tell you a lot about Alex and how he views humanity. The only charisma based checks on here that I can see is command, and beyond that I see manipulation. I don't see anything like persuasion or charm, grace. No, none of that. Manipulation. All right, so anyway, let's see if they like easily forgive me or not. So I'm just going to roll on the oracle table. I roll a d6. Let's clear this out. Yeah, boink. No. So what they probably do is they take me down to like the local jail or something like that. And so I spend my first night like in this holding cell. There's a stranger there like next to me. He's like really jittery and like freaking out. What's going on? Who am I? Why am I here? Why can I do this? Did you see the glowing woman? Did you get attacked by the big stone monster? And, you know, there's like some guy like just like freaking out next to me. Like, yeah, this place sucks. So anyway, I get free room for the night. I don't know if I get food, but I do get, we'll say they feed me, because again, so they haul me off and I will just go. I know I'm like kind of roguey, but like I'm like, okay, because I don't know any better. So I like go with them and they like start to take my stuff. It's like, we'll give it back. We understand. They kind of like process me into what's going on. And because there is like a city watch. And I did like attack probably like, who would I attacked? So I attacked an actor named Sir Adrian Merriweather. If you follow my other videos, haha, you see what I did there? So I kind of get processed for the night. I'm going to say they give me food, like simple bread. Little do they know that I'm celiac and I have horrible diarrhea for the night. Okay, let's see here. So I'm in this jail and I'm assuming like this dude is like flipping out next to me. We're going to say that like this happens on occasion. Like I have a feeling the strangers are fairly like, actually, that's not true, because I was going to say they're all like, you know, for the greater good. But there are some factions of them that just kind of turn to a life of crime. So they're not all altruistic. So let's just look at rest real quick. So that'll be my first night here, we'll say. After a meal and a full night's rest, I regain D8 health. I got, hey, an 8. Got an 8. Yay, I'm back to full health. Thank you. So they check me out. I do apologize. And they are used to it. So the night I have a chance to be a little introspective. And I just kind of think a little bit about like what my life is, like who I am. And I just get these little flashes. So these are the 3, remember that I was supposed to write 3 paragraphs? I'm just going to roll like 3 of these things and just see what they trigger in me. And that'll be like my background. That'll give me like some idea, some kind of core drive or focus to me. So let's just see what I get. So like what brought me to this place? 99. Holy crap. Desire. So desire for what? I'm going to think it's like carnal desire, because I see fortune and I see like greed is probably on there as well. So I think desire is like of like a sexual nature. So desire. So that is like just part of me. Let's see what else we got. I can always reroll. 58. Reverence. Interesting. Reverence and desire work because they kind of go against each other in some ways. So maybe like there was someone I should have revered and instead I desired them. Now what this chart is, these come into play when these 2 tables combine to inspire discoveries, events, character details, and stuff like that. Let's say I rolled like a 33 as I defy, and then I rolled 33 in here, defy the history. So like I find like a group of people who are like, they're trying to like tear down a monument or something like that, or burning books. That is my theme. Now let us see what happens. Like what is the action attached to this? And these will be the 3 words. And if I don't like it, I'll just re-roll. That's fine. 77. Gosh darn it. Again, doubles let me increase things, but not in this case. 77 is take. That's bad. In this case, take is to like steal virtue. I may have been a bad boy. There was something I should have revered, but I desired it and I took it. So again, I am a thief. That could be a physical object. But again, I just feel like greed is probably on here, or like wealth. Wealth is on here. Prize. I don't know. I feel like it's more of I spoiled someone. Hopefully I didn't take them by force. That'd be grody. But nonetheless, that's where we are. I love these tables. They just kind of inspire a bunch of like really fun ideas, and you can kind of go whatever way you want with them. So let us go, finally. They give me all my stuff back. They're not going to take it from me. They know. They probably have a room set up for this. Let's just go to the message board. Let's figure that out at the quest board. And then if we have time, I'll try to sell my stuff. And then next session, hopefully, we'll be on our way to a quest. Quest board. Here we go. The most common way of obtaining quests is via the quest board. Oh, I see why it's named that. In the case of Helos, the board is actually an administrative building situated in the Strangers District. Oh, so also I could probably see, I bet there's like a wall of like, looking for a roommate, last roommate dead, last roommate wandered off. You can't really die in this, I don't think. So, but nonetheless, there is probably like a bunch of like, you know, the little thing you just kind of pull the tab off of the paper that's kind of like cut up at the bottom. There's probably like missing pictures as well of adventurers. Last seen going towards Rift. When you arrive at the board, you must generate a number of quests available. 1d4 plus 2. You are free to refuse taking any, but you must wait 72 hours before generating new ones. Once you know how many quests are available, determine which type of quest and its details with this help table. Remember that if a quest requires you to reach a specific location, you must determine the direction using the random direction table. Okay, you can have as many active quests as you want. I feel like I lose standing if I don't like fulfill my quests because some of them are timed. Oh, before I do this, because I do see a random companion. I do need to pick like what my goal is, like what my character's like mini arc is. So I have a few of them. One of them is like, do I want to gain standing? Do I want to get a dagger and learn how to use it so I can actually be dual wielding what I want? Or like, as sad as it is, like, do I just want a friend? Like, do I want a companion? So let's look for the character arcs here real quick, and then we'll roll on that, because that may dictate what I want to do. Here we go, story arcs. Story arcs are the overarching themes, scenes, and threads that form the backbone of the story. Once a scene is complete, it is time to tally up your progress. So I give myself, they're just like little checkpoints. They're not like huge things like conquer the world. They're like smaller things like complete a quest. And when I do complete that quest, that should like start off a ripple effect of like what my next story beat will be. So it's like a chapter in a book. Think of it that way. For instance, this one is like rescue the girl. Do you rescue her? Yes. So you completed that story arc. And then, so that doesn't mean it's over. It's like, okay, who took her? Or if she was slain, like find out who did it. When you close doors, you open new ones. And again, the whole reason I'm not really like setting a major scene right now is just because I'm just trying to like kind of finish up equipping my character and getting ready to go on my quest. So let's just roll a d6. So let's see, like, what do I want? We'll say a 1 or a 2 is I want a dagger. A 3 or 4 is I just want to like accomplish a quest, and by that I want to get out of the novice. I don't want to be a novice anymore. So like when I show up to this adventurer board, I think it like weirdly enough, so this is like the MMORPG kind of thing. It has our standings. It's like this board kind of lights up and it knows that it's like, welcome novice, insert name here kind of thing. It's like, oh man, don't even know who I am. So like, it's just kind of embarrassing. So that could be just part of like pride. Like, and maybe I'm like trying to find a place to stay. Like maybe like on the things on the walls, it says no novices. So like, I just feel like such a plebeian right now. And I just want to like prove myself. So that is the second one. And then our third one is like, I'm just so overwhelmed and I just want a friend. So that'll be a 5 or 6 for that one. So let's see what I get. Oh, I don't know which one I want. This is exciting. Yay, I want a friend! Okay, so it is possible on this quest board, one of them will be find a companion, and that's probably the one I'll go to, which is kind of weird. It's like, we'll give you a friend, which is like, are they like an indentured servant? How does that work? Yeah, so you can see down here, reputation. Oh, I'm an initiate. Not even a novice, I'm an initiate. Reputation total required, 0. Wow, what do you get reputation for? Every successful quest that you complete increases your reputation by 1. Failing a quest reduces it by 2. Oh, look at this. Yeah, so if you get 20, you get your own room at the guild facilities. So that'd be nice. So we're going to do 1d4 plus 1. And let's see what we get here. So there are 4 quests. Fantastic. So let's see what we get for these. So 40-10. I would really love one of these to be a 9 or a 10. Oops, forgot the last one. Oh, there it is. There's the 10. That's the one that I want. The one that I want. Okay. I just turned down that show. Grease. Silly. So I could get 3 skill books. That's nice. Or 1 blueprint. Or a random companion. So the companions aren't strangers. But I think they're like adventurers. So it's just like, they're just like, I want to be a Robin to your Batman. So they have to like go through this like apply system. And it's like, maybe that's like who will be my friend. It's like someone who applied for the position. And then now it's like, all right, if you can prove that you can do this mission, we'll give you this ding dong that wants to go out into the hinterlands and be killed brutally. Because I don't know if they like respawn like I do. So let's see what we got here. Quest type, D12s. So for the first skill book one, it would have been an escort. So I'd have to like get someone from point A to B. The other skill book one was a patrol. So which I guess I just kind of like walk around and see what happens. Now we're on to the blueprints. To get a blueprint, I would have had to have done, that's a 10. A rift closure, that's like the tough one. That's the one that like I can't do. I'm just not strong enough to do that. And then for the one that I want, that was very dramatic. An escort, walking someone from point A to B. Distance, D20 plus 2 hexes. Okay, so it's like, all right, I'm like trying to like figure out the interface. I'm like, what? How does this work? Okay, yeah, friend. So D20 plus 2 hexes. And this is where we're going to start utilizing our map. So here we are. We're in Helos. So, man, let's get a dice that's probably a little easier for you to read. We do not want this to be like a really high number. Oh, 4. Okay. 4, so that is 6 hexes away. Commerce is key to the survival of most villages and Helos itself. Unfortunately, the journey across Cathor is marred with dangers, especially since the appearance of the rifts. Nowadays, a caravan without proper escort is something almost unheard of. As usual, the default starting point is Helos. Travel procedures are largely unchanged, except the threshold for combat encounters is reduced to 5+. Oh, it's 6+ typically, I think? The quest is failed if the caravan doesn't arrive at the destination. That makes sense. So I'm just like, all right, it's the classic, hey, can you take us to this place? Let's see what direction we're going. It's on random direction table on page 112. Let's see what we got here. I'm rolling 86. South. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the heck are you guys doing down here? There's nothing down here. So anyway, this is where I'm going. So I'm going to make a little X. What area is this in? The Crystal Plains. All right, so we're making our way into the Crystal Plains. I don't know what these people are doing out there, but all right. So you can see right here for the combat encounters, usually on the result of a 6+ means you come across some danger. We roll a D10. And on a 5+, I think it said, we're going to be attacked. And then you can see like right here, there is like a whole bunch of like noteworthy encounters and stuff you can come across as you explore like these areas. And these are like the combat counters that you get in this particular area. So yeah, we'll obviously go into that next session, but let's learn a little bit more about this escort thing. I feel like I need to buy food too. I don't think I have any food. I mean, maybe I just need to like survive. I guess I just want to make sure on this escort thing, this is basically all the information I can find. I guess the idea is if there's bad stuff happening, I'm like going ahead and taking it all. I don't have like a group of like idiot 1 health point dum-dums that I have to like keep track of and stuff like that. Maybe it's like I go ahead, I clear out the hex, and then maybe I just like come back and I'm like, this hex is clean. Oh, so you can do like monster hunts and stuff like that. That's kind of fun. Patrol, rift closure, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff when you close rifts because you go through these portals into these frozen wastelands, infinite deserts, lava fields, primordial forests, sky isles. That's kind of cool. 1,000 islands. Ooh, it's like really caloric. Time-worn ruins or underground cave systems. So you like go into these little pocket dimensions. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I guess the escort stuff, that's kind of it. I don't think I have to keep track of anything, which is awesome because I don't want to. The quest is failed if the caravan doesn't arrive at its destination. Well, how do I know if it arrives? All right, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look up caravan. Yeah, that's it. There's no other information, which is kind of great. It just kind of lets me like do my thing. I guess the idea is I need to like beeline straight there. I can't start swerving around and doing a whole bunch of other stuff. Where are they going? The Crystal Plains. I don't know. Maybe it's like a scientist or some crap who needs to get to their base camp. I don't know. We'll kind of see what happens here. They need to like, they're going to study the crystals or something. All right, let's quickly, he says, do some shopping. You will probably want to sell most of the loot. Oh, I love that the currency is aetherite, which is like these crystalline little aether bits. Once a monster is killed, the aether can randomly turn into aetherite and even magical items. So it's just this kind of fantastical energy source that people just like use for currency. Merchants and traders will be happy to take them off your hands, but will pay 50% of the listed price. Okay. Only items with a listed price can be sold. Okay, so I'm going to sell that plate mail, definitely. So that is worth 50. I'll happily get that out of my hands. Get myself some money. Full plate. Goodbye. I'm up to 75 aetherite, which makes me very happy. Can I sell that belt? Uncommon magic items, which is what I had. That belt was uncommon. I got 100 aether for that. I have 175 aetherite. That's exciting. I'm going to buy a dagger. I can't really use it. Can I buy blueprints?
Input, Stephanie.
I want to just shove that thing in my brain. Ooh, what's this? Adventurer's kit. It's 100 aether. So I was about to painstakingly go through and get all this crap because a hunting knife, you need to like, that's how you get animal parts. You need the sickle to get alchemy stuff, and you need the pickaxe to get the ore. And this has like torch and a tent. Man, this thing's got everything. So I'm going to get an adventurer kit. That cost me 100. Oh boy, that's 100. Easy come, easy go, right? That stinks. I'm just going to write it down here. I'll fill this in later. Adventure kit. That just saved me so much time. So yeah, the sickle, you need to harvest alchemy ingredients. Do I have thieves tools? How does an adventure kit not come without thieves tools? That's worth 25. How much is a dagger? 3. Perfect. I have a dagger. Is that a dagger I see before me? It is. I just don't know how to use it. So I got a dagger. So I'm down to 72. And then I am, in fact, going to get whatever I was so excited about. Thieves tools, which cost me 50. Thieves tools. Ooh, I'm feeling pretty good now, man. Part of me wants to like look at this adventurous kit and see if these people ripped me off. I'm assuming it's like Amazon. I just kind of like got like a package deal, or I went to like Sam's Club or Costco. I'm from the land of Sam's Club, but I live in the land of Costco. Like literally, I'm from where Walmart was founded, but I now live where Costco was founded. Ooh, I do have the Alchemist Toolkit. I do have that too. That's worth 200. Holy crap, I could sell that for 100 if need be. So now the only thing I want to do is like look for one of these blueprints if I can buy those. Because I do want to see if I can learn how to use a dagger. That would be amazing. And that'll kind of be it. And then like I go, I guess, and just like, hi, I'm Erebus. I'm your initiate in training. I am going to guide you south, 6 hexes, down to the crystallized plains. Looks at his hand. Is that what it's called? The Crystal Plains. Because I want a friend. Okay. So, blueprints. Obtaining formula blueprints. You can't craft an item until you find its blueprint. But I don't need to craft anything. I just want to know how to use a stupid dagger. So do I want a formula? I just thought it was like blueprints that I like kind of put in my brain. I'm probably wrong as usual. A weapon manual. Here we go. Finally. Weapon manual. This manual grants proficiency with a random weapon. As far as I can tell, that is the only way I'm going to get proficient with this dagger. And there are a lot of weapons. Look at all these freaking weapons. There's like 30. What the heck, man? I want to know how to use a dagger. That's all I want. It even uses the stupid example right here. This means that a character wanting to use a dagger must be proficient in daggers. Grumble. It never seems like I have a chance to like pick the weapon I want. So that's frustrating. I can still use the dagger. I also have disadvantage with it. Okay, so right here it says a character wielding a weapon they are not proficient in suffers disadvantage. Oh, okay. On all combat checks that involve the use of said weapon. So if I'm holding the dagger, but I don't use it, I just keep using my saber. Do I have disadvantage with the saber? It says new weapon and armor proficiencies are acquired via weapon and armor manuals. But yeah, that is random. So the reason I want the dagger is because it makes me fast. It gives me a +10 to my initiative, which isn't like the biggest thing in the world. I want the aether is what I want. Because if you're dual wielding, you get an extra 2 points of aether. Can I just buy another saber? And then because I'm proficient with that and it is agile, it lets me do that. So let's double check that real quick. And that will be it for tonight. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get on the Blackoath Discord and I'm going to ask the chat. And then Alex will probably respond as well. And he'll say, yeah, you're right. You can't get that, even though I want it. So that's my plan. So next session, we are finally like doing a full like into the wilderness. And hopefully I find a friend. So least amount of stuff that's going to happen is we've already got combat out of the way. I'm sure there's more coming. So we will see how to explore. We'll accomplish our escort mission. Hopefully we'll return to town. We will get a companion. We'll see how that works. So that is like the bare minimum of what we have in store for us in this game. So really excited. I'm really liking this system. It really kind of falls in between Machine Gods as well as Caer Nathalis. And it's kind of a good sweet spot for me, actually. I'm really enjoying it. And as I was telling Alex here, I do plan to do all of his games. And I'm really looking forward to putting out a video. Say, okay, these are the themes of these particular games. This is the complexity of each of these games. These are like the core mechanics. These are like the really fun things. Like this one has the hearts. Karen Athalis has the masteries. So anyway, that's it. I'm done. Thank you so much for watching this. I'm really enjoying this. I'm probably going to film the next episode tomorrow because I'm so excited. Filming them is so much more fun than editing. Oh my gosh. All right, that's it. Until next time, stay dorky, my friends.